I'm Austin. I'm new.
Welcome aboard. Where are you from?
Oh, around.
Yeah, me too. We all are here.
Hello, Rangers. Permission to speak? I just wanted to say thank you again for saving my life. If you hadn't talked to Judge Watkins, well, I wouldn't be here, and I'm really happy to be here. I guess that's all I wanted to say. Thanks. Oh, and, Mom thanks you too.
Hey, November! Hey, I'm feeling much better now. Ready to help out any way I can. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine, I guess. Not really inspiring anybody, but that's not really our job, is it? Our job is to save the folks back home. And, well, I'm pretty sure we'll get there. We could try harder, though. You bet. Ready when you are. Hey, I'm feeling much better now. Ready to help out any... You bet. Ready when you are.
What do you mean?
Didn't we have an understanding? Didn't we get a little squeeze for looking the other way at Little Vegas?
Yeah.
And didn't we get some compensation every now and then if we needed a witness to disappear?
Uh-huh.
So why side with the Dorseys? Why put us in the position of having to do something about it? Is he crazy or what?
He killed the goose that lays the fatted calf. What an idiot. I never thought I'd be in a position to thank outsiders for saving my life, but here we are. I don't know what Brygo intended, but, well, I'm guessing you saved me a lot of pain, so thanks. Anyway, Sheriff Daisy asked me to set up an armory for you, get you situated, so I'll get started on that. Want to see what I've got so far? After what you did for me, it's a pleasure. Never been happier to follow an order. It's fine. Can't complain. Happy to. Take a look.
What do you need, Rangers? Of course, no sense in bleeding all over the place. Have a seat. If it ain't cut, don't stitch it.
Hi, Rangers. Thanks again for letting me work for you. This is so exciting! I am so happy. I'm learning so much. All my life I wanted to be a scientist, but all I could do was read the books and dream. Now I can actually do things. It's incredible! He's wonderful. He's almost as smart as Dr. Finster, but without all the, you know, evil. Oh, an amplifier that goes to 11.
What? Is that a good idea?
Yes. Theoretically. I can have the machine take your genetic material and run the process, but no guarantee what comes out the other end. I did make a few tweaks to the process, though, so whatever it is, it probably won't be so angry. Probably.
You're seriously gonna go through with this? Wow.
Okay, well, how exciting! But before we start, one tiny caveat. The process requires special genetic material, and I've only got enough for one clone, so if anything happens to our new friend, try to recover its remains so we can reuse them. Now, put your palm on the machine right here. Hey, this one can talk!
Life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans!
I'm sorry to hear you killed that synth. They're not all bad, you know. Thank you, Rangers. You saved my life. You want me to make another clone?
What? Is that a good idea?
Well, I need a little time to disinfect the accelerated maturation splicer coils. You know, we wouldn't want your clone to come out half staphylococcus, right? Huh? Thanks, Rangers.
It always seems impossible until it's done!
That Valor kid doesn't sound much more stable than his brother.
Well, that's fine for now.
Don't worry about it. They've taken care of us so far, haven't they?
Yeah, but when push comes to shove...
We'll see. We'll see.
Rangers. I know I advocated for freeing that fellow we found locked up in here. Kinda having second thoughts now. Just something not right about him. Hope we won't regret it. Now, what can I do for you? You haven't arrested anyone yet, Rangers, but you can bet they'll be in good hands when you finally bring the lawless to justice. Good luck out there.
Seven A.
7A, check.
13C.
Uh-huh, 13C.
1B.
1B, got it.
2B.
Not seeing 2B.
Are you sure?
Oh, found it. Sorry, 2B.
Good. Okay. 4A.
Yep, 4A.
What if we had animatronic displays, like in the Patriarch's Museum in downtown?
Isn't that how you get, robots?
Robots are autonomous. Animatronics are just machines.
I don't know what those words mean, but I'd still shoot first and ask questions later.
Okay, maybe not.
do for you?
Was there an earthquake just now? My cats are all jumpy all of a sudden.
We have not had any reports of an earthquake, Miss Wong, and, you can't really be calling us every time your cats get jumpy.
My cats know what's going on. They know.
Yes, Miss Wong, I'm sure they do. Bye now.
Rangers, good to see you. I'll be here.
Calling the Rangers. You killed my brother Jarrett, remember? Then y'all ran off like cowards before I could find you. Well, now you're gonna come find me. Lest you want all of Colorado to hear me kill a bunch of innocent folk 'cause you was too chicken to save them. Got a whole family trapped in their homestead. About 3 generations worth. And if you don't want them to be the next to die and the day you lose your blood, you better come up north and take their place. Real funny, Rangers. Real fucking funny. I caught one before they all got in the door. Well, how do you like their jokes? The rest of them go when I get bored, Rangers. So you better hurry, 'cause I was born restless.
Come in, November 1. Receiving an urgent distress call in your area. Patching it through.
This is Arapaho 44. We're pinned down on 25 south of Colorado Springs. 2 escorts killed, and these motherfuckers are circling back. Oh, fuck! Here they come! Oh, fuck!
44! Are you there, 44? The Rangers will get somebody to your location right away. Copy? 44! Do you copy? Lost contact. You heard them, November. And listen, this isn't just any convoy. A44 is hauling new power armor for the Marshals. Unknown, but the Patriarch will expect us to make recovering that power armor our highest priority. Get there fast and you should be able to save that cargo. Over and out.
also want to steal all your shit, maybe. Cut you lip.
No what?
Angus, looky here. We got visitors.
Dang it. Must have left that door unlocked. What are you strangers doing in our house? I sure hope you ain't friends with the raiders out front.
That right. Then you're our kind of folks. Those raiders are looking to bust in here. Think you can chase them off? Just be careful. We got young folk in here.
Come on, everybody. Let's get to the back.
What's all that jawing? Who you got in there with you? What? The Rangers? You tricky sons of bitches. How'd you get in there with our hostages? Let's get 'em. Easy now, cousins. Before we get to the killing, I'm gonna give these Heartlanders the chance to apologize for killing my brother Jarrett. Go on, Rangers. Tell us how sorry you are. Act? This ain't no act. Listen up, you cat-loving simp. My name is Erastus Dorsey of the Dorsey clan, and we were sent by God to find you, hunt you, and wipe you from the face of the earth. But now, you gone and killed my brother, so I'm adding my own wrath to the wrath of God. This ain't just the deluge of blood anymore. It's vengeance. I'm gonna peel off an inch of your skin for every tear I shed over the death of that poor, sweet angel boy. And Rangers, I shed 1,000. You taunting me again with Jarrett's death? Oh, then the time for talking is over. God says it's time for the skinning knife. Don't listen to them! We outnumber them 2 to 1!
Oh, that may be true, Erastus, but so did Jarrett and his boys, right?
Yeah, a lot of us could die.
Who cares? Jarrett's gotta be avenged!
Sorry, Erastus. Put your gun up. We want to get home alive.
Cowards! Traitors! Apostates! This is mutiny! You don't deserve to be washed in the deluge! Calculate this, motherfuckers! My knife plus your belly equals your intestines steaming in the snow. You hear me?
Come on, Rastus, stand down. Let's get out of here.
You ain't seen the last of me, you butchers!
Thanks for the help, strangers. In all our years, we ain't never seen raiders put up their guns and walk away. How'd you do that?
We're the Hoons, by the way. My name's Avie, and this here's my husband Angus. You strangers saved our whole family from those bushwhackers, except for poor Dee. Who are you folks anyway?
Desert Rangers? Well, that's a new one on me. But we're always the last to get news, living way up here.
Tell you what, we ain't got much money, but we got more bullets stashed than we'll ever need. Back when we were young, we were always saving for the next shootout.
That ain't near enough for saving our lives, but maybe it'll help keep you safe. Questions? Okay, let's hear them. Never even heard of them. We get some strange folk up here, and other things that ain't folk at all. But I don't recall any Dorseys.
They're one of the original 100 families, Mr. Hoon, from down in Colorado Springs. We thought they'd been wiped out, but they've been hiding all these years.
Huh. I thought the 100 families was high class. Them folks was not high class. Sure is. You've got a good eye.
That gun was handmade by our son, Alistair, back when he joined the Patriarch's Marshals. Being a Hoon, he figured he could make a better rifle than the standard issue. And as you can see, it didn't save him, though. Some yahoo shot him down while he was trying to break up a fight. The gun's all we have left of him, so we like to keep it close.
Alistair Hoon. I remember him. Nice fella. Helped train me to shoot.
We always ask folks not to touch that rifle. Like we said, it belonged to our boy. We'd never part with it. Not for all the oil in Denver.
Tell me you're not about to start trouble with a couple of 80-year-olds, because that's where I draw the line.
What a cute little fella you got there. I ain't never seen a real cat before, except in old picture books.
I like his taste in hats. Was that a cat thing, wearing hats? Major? That little fella is your commanding officer? You Rangers sure are unconventional folks.
Maybe I can rustle him up some chow. You like beets, little fella? How about some nice cabbage? He don't seem much interested. I guess he ain't hungry right now.
sad story behind that grave, Rangers. About 40 years ago, when my folks were still living, a beautiful lady came up this way from the big city. Stayed with us for a night before heading out on her own. We warned her not to go by herself on account of all the nasty critters, but she wouldn't listen. My pappy and me were worried, so we followed her. Found her up in that clearing. She'd hanged herself from a tree. She left a note tied to her body. He took everything, so I chose nothing. She never told us her name, so we carved that on her grave. Buried her up there with a few personal things she had on her. Not long after that, some official-looking folks from the city came around asking about the lady. We told them what happened and showed them her grave. Didn't look too pleased, but they thanked us and never came back. Mostly by hunting game and growing crops in the greenhouse. Before the deluge of fire, folks say there were all kinds of good things to eat. Now, all we got is beets, mushrooms, and cabbage.
They have broccoli down in the city, and parsnips, too. What we wouldn't give for a decent parsnip.
A good man. He's kept Colorado alive for 50 years. Some folks might have gripes against him, but we don't pay him no mind.
We're old enough to remember the bad times before the Patriarch. Raiders, thieves, and wild men everywhere. That all stopped when the Patriarch took charge. Well, until those Dorseys showed up at our door. If you're ever up this way again, stop in and say hello. You're always welcome round here.
I miss my brother Alistair. When's he coming home?
I asked my mother if she'd let me have Dee Dee's corpse. She said no.
Spent the past 2 weeks in the field hunting a pack of raiders. They'd taken some of the local kids hostage, and we were keen to get them back. Lucky for us, they weren't too good at covering their tracks. Caught them in a box canyon and hit them right at daylight. Glad to say the kids are back with their kin, safe and sound. I've been promoted to full marshal. Ain't that something? I know you worry, Ma, but it really feels like I'm making a difference here. It's hard work, dangerous work, but I'm helping keep people safe. And that's gotta count for something in this fallen world. Anyhow, tell the family I miss them terribly, and I hope to see you and Pa soon. Your son, Alistair Hoon.
would you shoot a bear if it was coming for you?
I wouldn't. I'd run.
Really? No fancy trick shot or weak spot?
Takes more than pistols to stop a grizzly.
User interface system offline. No touching, please.
You pussies let them Dorseys go? After they murdered Dee Dee?
Elmore Hoon, these people saved our lives. Don't you ever talk to them like that.
All right, fine. Sorry.
My poor little girl. Don't know how I'm gonna tell her daddy that she's gone.
What can we do for you, friends? Only that it's full of alarms and sleeping bots. Angus and I peeked in there a few times, but we knew better than to wake 'em up.
Back before the bombs fell, a whole lot of folks built hidey holes around here. Some of them were awful fancy, too. The families in charge of Colorado Springs are all descended from folks like that. Ornery, independent thinking types.
Hear that, Angus? The toaster was fixable.
I knew that. Just didn't feel like eating toast. But thanks, strangers. Appreciate it.
Best of luck and stay alive.
Hey, Rangers! You tell your daddy, the Patriarch, that we robbed his convoy and got his marshal's power armor. See you soon, Rangers. We got Colorado Springs in our sights. Oh, and we were very respectful of the caravan guards. You fucks were too lazy to come rescue. We built a shrine in their honor.
Don't know who you are, but if you ain't looking for trouble, I got some stuff to trade. Well, I ain't the best mechanic in Colorado, but how can I say no after a thorough ass-kissing? Maintain your vehicle and don't stop if you don't have to. These days, a flat tire or a stalled engine could be the end of you, consumed by the elements. And I don't just mean the weather, if you get me. Just some odds and ends I've taken in trade. Might be useful.
gonna die. Embarrassed.
the Strike Back Pirate Radio. Striking back at big government with the most dangerous weapon in the arsenal of any resistance. The truth. I'm Brad Conway, and today, we're going to talk about those strange reports from the Antarctic wastes. What are the creatures that have been sighted by multiple sources off the frozen coasts of Earth's southernmost continent? Some say there are human-machine hybrids stalking the tundra. Are some kind of monstrous government experiments taking place somewhere in those icy seas? And if so, who in our government is responsible? And what is the purpose of these unholy creations?
Amigos, es un show at the Clown Museum in Arriba. Take the tour, then visit El Big Top and learn what it really means to be a clown. Children under 10 are free. We can't get enough of those cabronitos. Arriba, los payasos.
And it is my pleasure to bid you welcome to the bazaar. Come in, for the night air is chill, your wallet heavy, and our goods plentiful. Bring us your wealthy, your rich, your full purses. And if you can't afford it, just stay away. This has been a Monster Army production.
DJ RIP here with a warning, warning, warning! Something is knocking in the dark. Everyone be careful, and be sure you always have a masher near you. Watch out. Ow, ow!
Hey, lambs, wanna trade?
My name's She-Monster. I know, huh? Thanks for recognizing. We usually just drink and watch old VHS monster movies and shoot the shit. It's the best. Let me open up the store.
Please, I assure you, your bazaar shopping experience is completely safe.
You may have folks fooled, Amanda, but not me. I know something is fishy here, and I'm leaving.
Shame. Ah, over here, friends. Welcome. Salutations and assorted felicitations. Welcome to the bazaar, the marketplace of the unusual. I've not seen you here before. Know this, the bazaar can be found underneath our feet, buried by layers of snow. Access is restricted to the lucky few who possess an entrance pass. You can purchase an entrance pass at the door from our esteemed hosts, the Monster Army. Or, if you lack the funds, simply find an established merchant to vouch for you. Oh, a misunderstanding, I assure you. There have been some troubles in the bazaar of late. But nothing our esteemed hosts, the Monster Army, can't resolve. I assure you, inside the bazaar awaits a satisfying and secure shopping experience. Up the ramp, you'll find the door to the bazaar, covered by a vehicle. My name is Ananda Rabindranath, Manorite missionary, merchant, and your humble servant. I was assigned to answer any questions you may have. Felicitations. It is simple. To get inside, you need an entrance pass. You can purchase one at the door, or find an established bazaar merchant to vouch for you. Any bazaar merchant. Of course, they are usually found inside the bazaar, not out here. In the encampment behind me, you could find some hopefuls looking to get in. Perhaps if you can aid them, they can aid you. Would that I could, but we are limited in how often we can vouch for outsiders. In theory, yes. But those of us who have a pass tend to safeguard it with our lives, so it is highly unlikely you would get to use another person's pass. I have heard of people giving their entrance passes to family members. Perhaps you have a rich uncle. Occasionally people disappear in the nearby ruins, and strangers acquire their pass. I'm sure I don't need to say this behavior is most untrustworthy and impolite. I can only hope I will have the answers you seek. It is common wisdom to keep one's mouth shut when one lacks courteous things to say. Truly, I find the very idea of smuggling people revolting. With that said, if I were a less discreet person, I'd suggest that you drive out to the old parking garage down the road to the north. Who knows? You may find your answers there. Ah, I thank you. It is a pleasure to meet people of taste, a true rarity in these uncivilized lands. I endeavored to provide the teachings of Mr. Manners to those inside the bazaar. Alas, they seem to prefer that I spread the good word out here instead. A folly, I think. But who am I to question our gracious hosts? Such a polite sentiment. Thankfully, Mr. Manners teaches us to always have a spare suit. I could not leave a fellow civilized soul in dire need. Here, take my spare. I shall fashion myself another. You do seem like people of refined taste, without a doubt. But a man of class does not abandon his employer at an inopportune moment. I don't wish to speak out of turn, but this is a dangerous time for the bazaar. Friends, go inside, speak to Mr. Jacob Martin, or as others call him, Flab. When the bazaar is safe again, my conscience will be clear, and I will be most pleased to join you. Then I will endeavor to supply more answers. Ah, true cosmopolites, I see. Indeed, a Mannerite is one of the rare few fortunate enough to operate under the auspice of Mr. Manners, proponent of good behavior in these ugly times. Most of us reside in Angel Oracle, but I chose to travel and spread the word. We Mannerites believe that poise is only second to godliness. To live is to comport oneself with exquisite grace. If you're curious, I'd be more than happy to supply a copy of our holiest scripture, the Book of Nauseatingly Correct Manners. May it help you as much as it did me, and find your path to a life of civility. Of course. Our immediate environs are a safe area, protected by the monster army. Wander outside these confines, and safety is not guaranteed. I can't tell you more, as I've never ventured out there myself. They are the organization in charge of the bazaar. I've heard tales that once they were truly a monstrous gang, spreading fear all throughout Colorado. I'm happy to tell you that their current incarnation is much more sophisticated and civilized, though they have a ways to go. They are led by Mr. Jacob Martin, colloquially known as Flab the Inhaler, a man who has truly embraced his position and leads this place with panache. I do wish he had a better tailor, though. You can find him inside the bazaar proper, as he rarely ventures outside. Find me in the camp if you have need of me again.
If civilization collapses, all of Colorado Springs will look like this.
The Book of Nauseatingly Correct Manners, Chapter 1, on the proper use of etiquette. It is a common misconception that etiquette exists as a means of affirming one's social status at the expense of the uninitiated. That is, It serves as a barrier to keep the uncivilized apart from their betters. Of course, nothing could be further from the truth. Etiquette and proper manners are the glue that binds civilized society together, and it is the duty of civilized persons to educate the less fortunate for the betterment of all. Proper etiquette, gentle reader, is the balm that soothes the savage beast.
Howdy, strangers. Name's Six-Fingered Larry, Hunter. Though, it seems you find me plumb out of wares. Who knows? I've only got 5 fingers on each hand, same as anyone else. Maybe it's got something to do with the fact I'm good with my hands. I'm not the sort who'd kiss and tell, though. Only that they make more money than I do. Bastards. But to answer your question, nah, I'm an honest businessman. I don't waste my time with criminals. Why don't you try the Mannerite? Yeah, the one with the suit. He knows all about the local lowlife. Him? You don't want him. Barrett's got a bit of an attitude problem. Tried to peck his way through a kid's skull the other week. If you insist, though, you'll have to talk to Polly yourself, because I got no say in what he's going to do. All right. It's your funeral. Hey, Polly, you hear that, old buddy? These fine folks would like to adopt you. How's that sound?
Larry, my buddy, my pal. Come closer. I'll show you how it sounds to me.
Oh, shit! Damn it!
That's how it fucking sounds to me, Larry. Sounds like some fucking bullshit. Wasting your time with this asshole. Talk to Polly. Talk to Polly. Talking shit about Polly? You? Ha! I can't tell your face from day old shit clinging to a bum's root-eating rectum. And you're talking shit about me? Fuck you! Listen, shit for brains. Someone has to stick around to make Larry's life miserable. That's my job. I love that job. You hear that, Larry? Fuck you! Well, shit, you're right, you circus reject. I mean, you look like someone grafted a squid to a diseased vulva. But when you're right, you are right. Hey, Larry, I'm leaving.
All right. He's yours if you pay the price. This sounds about fair, don't you think?
Wise choice, shitheads. How aren't your balls hanging around someone's neck like a pearl necklace?
Told you. Howdy. I'm happy to hear it. What do you say, Polly?
Back for more, you dickheads? You ready to pay up yet? Hell no! Hey, jizz for brains, Larry. Give them a discount or I'll fill your pie hole with parrot piss while you sleep. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm trying here.
All right. All right. That price was a little high. How about this? Yeah, something's not right with you. But you have my respect. Enjoy the parrot, and let me know if you need anything else.
Yes, finally free at last! Larry! Larry, you shit flake! At last I can tell you with complete sincerity! Fuck you!
Hey, Polly. How have you been?
A lot better for being free from your stink, you shit-stained cumrag!
That's the Polly I know and don't miss. What can I do for you? I'm no local, but ask me anything you want. I'll see if I can be useful. Me? Nah, I don't got the bona fides. That'd be Flab the Inhaler. He leads what's left of the monster army after the Patriarch gutted their ranks. As far as dictators go, he's actually not half bad. The Bazaar? It used to be something else. Now, it's just old and fat, wheezing through its last days. Easy pickings. What's on your mind? Be seeing you.
Once I earn my way into the bazaar, I'm gonna try some of those famous pork buns.
You'd think with all these people waiting to get in, the bazaar would be amazing. You'd think.
This is our first visit to the bazaar. We've been saving all year.
This is gonna cost a fortune, but it'll be worth it.
Felicitations. But of course. Felicitations. Then I will endeavor to supply more answers. Have an exquisite day.
Hi. Hey there. Hi. Yeah, I'm Paris. Trying to get into the bazaar to sell my dyes. Same as you, I imagine. The getting into the bazaar part. Not the dyes. Unless you do dyes, which is totally cool by me if you do. Hi. Refugees? Don't know about that. I mean, everyone here looks like they're refugees. Have you seen us? It's cold here. Brr. Try Ananda. He's this really well-dressed guy. Comes out here a lot preaching waistcoats or something. He knows everybody. I'm trying to become become a licensed merchant in the bazaar. The monster army says I gotta make a dye the exact color of blood, which is hard, because everyone's got an opinion, but no one can agree on the hue. Hey, you wouldn't happen to know anything about dyes, huh? It'd be just peaches if you could help. I could even pay you, a little at least. My dye table is right over there. Them? They're hoping someone would sell them an entrance pass or help them get inside. The bazaar's got this code, you see? Unless you're a big shot Flab can't do without, you're not allowed to come in. Anyhow. Decoration, I suppose? Or, I don't know, really. I didn't think to ask, to be honest. Flab's, the leader of the bazaar. He's a big guy, which is why everyone calls him Flab, you know? It's kinda mean, but Flab doesn't seem to mind, so whatever, I guess. Yeah. So long. It's you again. What did you do? Oh, days. This is perfect. Thank you, thank you. That means I get to be a bona fide bazaar merchant now. Right, Mr. Masher?
Yeah, that dye looks great. Welcome to the bazaar, Paris. I'll let the doorman know you're clear, and he'll give you a pass.
Thanks so much for your help. I know it's not much, but here's a little something. Oh, and that means I could vouch for someone now. Hey, if you're looking to get into the bazaar, just tell them that Paris Handler says you're okay. They'll let you in just like that. So long!
Saving up for an access pass. Can you believe how much those things are?
Aha! I see you have come from afar. Well, your travels are amply rewarded, for you have reached the one and only, the seer of fortunes and teller of truths, the great Gurn! Flab is a cabron who wouldn't recognize talent if it bit him in the belly. He claims the monster army already has some kind of mechanical fortune teller. But how could a machine possibly match my intuition? My gift? My panache? Flab is the leader of the monster army and has been for many decades, growing fat and slothful all the while. Most of them are, but the Great Gurn is not. I charge not a dime for my fortunes. Come, surely you'd like to hear what your future holds. Wisely chosen. Those who do not prepare for the future are clowns. To begin, you must think of your favorite color. Concentrate solely on the color. Let the color completely fill your mind. ¿Estás ready? Nonsense! You must! Fine then. Think of any color you like. Just let it fill your mind. I see an ocean of waves. Your color is blue. Apologies. I was impatient. Now I see you're riding the waves toward the warmth of a red sun. It must be so. Red is the color you are thinking. Of course, the story is not done. It's not blue waves you are riding, it's blue ice. And the red sun, it is not you that moves toward it. It's the red flames that fly towards you. But then there is peace, and you are surrounded by trees, many green trees. Green must be the color you were thinking of. Relájate. It is not your fault. With time comes knowledge, and with knowledge comes clarity. I must know more before we can continue. Tell me, what is it that brought you to these lands? Ah, the most noble of sentiments. The image begins to grow clearer. Now I must know, for what purpose have you come to the bazaar? Yes, fascinating. It's all coming together now. Listen carefully, for the fortune I tell you may very well save your lives and the lives of many. Your noble intent will drive you into great danger, but also great opportunity. Ride the three-headed goat. Your problem just became your stepping stone. Seize the moment. Ah, yes. A vision becomes clearer now. Now I can clearly see you standing before a red balloon. The red balloon bursts without warning, and you stand covered in red blood. Beware! Beware! That is all I can see. Your path is hard, mamans. The fates have spoken to me. I must give you this key. May it be of no use. Beware the red balloon!
Felicitations. Then I will endeavor to supply more answers. Have an exquisite day.
Welcome to the bazaar, little lambs. Behave yourselves. Can't wait until lunchtime so I can grab some pork buns.
Listen up, Mashers. The next son of a bitch who says we're losing this war gets strung up by his nuts. You hear me? It doesn't matter how much territory we've lost. There's only one way inside the mall. As long as we control it, Buchanan can't touch us. He can sit out there with his army and pound snow for all I care. All we gotta do is hold out. The lamb and the wolf got different needs. Sooner or later, Buchanan will have to negotiate. And then we'll have him right where we fucking want him.
Really need to ask Piscatelli to look at my gun. Bugger keeps jamming. Looking for an entrance pass? Use the intercom to talk to the door guard. Otherwise, move along.
Looking to get into the bazaar? Use the intercom to talk to the door guard. Only he can let you in.
I'm just the greaser. Use the intercom if you're looking to get inside.
A lamb stands at the door. What sacrifice do they bring to the door of monsters? The lamb speak. Okay, in all honesty, I don't get paid enough to do this stupid lamb bit. Let's just get down to business. The bazaar lies beneath your feet, covered by decades of snow. The only way in is through the gate beneath this RV. The only people who can open this gate, we, the Monster Army. If you want to get in here, you need to do one of two things. Buy an entrance pass, or get an established bazaar merchant to vouch for you. Sometimes we let Colorado's most famous in, but it's been years since such an exception was made. Then you don't come in. This door is controlled from the inside, so you're stuck out there until you get your pass. Huh, that's nice. Doesn't mean shit to me, but I'm happy for you. There is who? Oh, right, the dye lady. Well, she made it in, and I guess that means you get a pass. Honestly, no one pays me enough to give a crap. Right. In you come. Behave yourselves, my little lambs.
The fuck? Is that a... What's going on? Are we under attack?
No, I'm sure we're not under attack.
Fuck. I swear, I only opened the Warren's gate for 1 second and that fucking pig bolted by me.
Don't worry, folks. The bazaar is secure. Move along, everyone. Ah, new visitors! Don't fret. Come and hear about the marvels of the bazaar. Fresh lambs, esteemed guests. The door guard informed me you were coming. You are most welcome to all the delicacies and pleasures the bazaar has on offer, provided you have the coin. I hope you're not shaken by this disturbance. It is a minor matter, I assure you. Your shopping experience should be nothing short of completely safe. Please, lower your voice. I don't know, okay? Someone's been strapping explosives to real pigs. Real pigs, made up with real lipstick, real eyeshadow. I guess it's some asshole's idea of a prank. You'll find a stair to the upper level in the back. They will take you to our esteemed leader, Flab. Talk to him if you want to know more. We have all kinds indeed. Piscitelli sells weapons to any weary pilgrim. Gwyn Talbot is your woman if you need protective gear. Dr. Coldcuts can sell you medical supplies or see to your health needs. And in the central area, you'll find the Fountain Bar. A good place to kick back with a drink and some of Masato's delicious pork. Depends on your definition of fun. I'd recommend talking to Eidolon. She and her pals really know how to party. But if you're a more cerebral type, check out Querex's museum in the back. The bazaar's a bazaar unlike any other, piglets. You want it? We have it. No meat is too exotic. No luxury is too fantastic. If you can afford them, they're yours. Yes? Actually, no, sorry. They were buried in a recent snow tunnel collapse in the Warrens. Oh, we're all full up. Sorry, our projector broke years ago. Perhaps in our older days, that chapter of the Monster Army book is closed. Sorry. I am sorry, esteemed guests. The bazaar may not be what it once was, but we still have plenty on offer. Hot food at the Fountain Bar, weapons and equipment from our merchants, pleasures for the eye at Eidolon's. Look around. I mean, happy to. Enjoy your visit.
Not that the bazaar's not perfectly safe, but, well, you know, just talk to Flab.
Oh, I wish they served chicory here. Ugh, why? It tastes like boiled tree bark.
Not that the bazaar's not perfectly safe, but, well, you know, just talk to Flo.
Hey, strangers. I don't suppose you're here to help with the troubles down below. If you are, talk to Flab. But if you want to talk cars, I'm your guy. Randy's the name, local master mechanic.
A mechanic? Cool!
Nothing much, really. Something's been prowling the Warrens, killing anyone who goes down there. Some big beastie? The suicide pig's got something to do with it, but I don't know what. Sorry, not much help, I know. Not particularly. It's boring work. I only get pulled in if something breaks that a tender can't fix, so I spend most of my time just waiting here, like I'm doing now. But beggars can't be choosers. No offense, but you're a gamble in a hard-luck casino. Don't like working in the bazaar, but it's constant money, and I need that right now. See? Some months ago, my dad wrote me that he thought he'd seen folks skulking around our homestead. I dismissed it. Our place has always been isolated and safe. Stupid. Turns out it was a small band of one of them crazy plains gangs. They sent me a letter. My parents are dead, and they're holding my kid brother and sister hostage. I ain't even close to having enough money to pay the ransom. Even if I did, I suspect they'd just kill us all after I pay. So what's a guy to do? You mean get them? I don't normally condone violence, but if it's what it takes. Let me show you where to find our old homestead. I'll meet you there. You help out the Get family and I'll work for you, no doubt about it. See you there. It don't take too long, okay?
Dr. Cold Cuts can cure what ails
Somebody
ya.
told me they serve lemonade.
Why, hello. Name's Hirsch. Lev Hirsch. But you can just call me Dr. Cold Cuts. What do you need? Pig, human, ain't so different. Cash first and I'll fix you right up. Your call. Anything else? Used to be the veterinarian/butcher here back in the day. Learned all about how the body works by carving up meat. Animal meat, of course. When Doc Kessler passed, well, I inherited the position. Not much. Got all kinds of traders here, selling all sorts of junk. The heart of this place is meat, though. The pig meat is a luxury not everyone can afford. Anyway, got a bit of a pickle of late. Something murderous roaming the Warrens. Some say it's the old monster army leader, the Cyclops come back from the dead and hunting us. Bunch of BS if you ask me, but something's down there. Talk to Flab if you haven't already. The self-medicating sort. Sure, take a look.
I don't feel so good.
I suggest you speak to Flab.
Get your protective gear here! Huh, you look like tough sorts. Patriarch sent you. Whoever you are, we can certainly use your help. Some kind of beastie down in the Warrens or something. Talk to Flab up the stairs. Kinda depends on who's buying. For you, leather goods, protective gear, armor. Up to you if you want to deflect stabbings or look like a badass. Either way, I have you covered. That's why I'm here.
I can't believe we missed the sale. I hear the paper.
Should I get a cape in yellow or blue?
Definitely blue. It'll bring out your eyes.
Having a hard time making up my mind.
I love those boots. I love those boots. I love those boots. Where'd you get them?
These old things, I got them for a steal at Talbot's tannery.
Come, speak with Flash.
It was a graveyard
Not that the bazaar's not perfectly safe, but, well, you know, just talk to Flab.
Not that the bazaar's not perfectly safe, but, well, you know, just talk to Flab.
Stay away from that safe, lambs.
children of the desert. What wonderful music they make. What do you want of Jacob the Magnificent? This wonderful, wonderful...
Okay.
Let's never mind with the act, shall we? Rangers, I am so sorry you had to witness that horrible exploding pig. Truth is, you do not find us at the best of times. Do not judge harshly, my friends. We hold on to our rituals of the past to try to remember our long-lost strength. It may strike you as pathetic, but it gives us much-needed comfort. I am calm because I must be, friend. So is the burden of leadership. But you are right. This place is under assault. Something, someone, some horrible unknown thing is roaming the warrens below us. People have been disappearing. Not to mention the pigs loaded with explosives running amok. You are the Patriarch's Rangers, yes? If he trusts you, so can I. Nothing we've done has helped, so your arrival could not be more fortuitous. We need your help to combat this threat. It's been 2 weeks, maybe 3. Not long at all. At first, we thought it might have been the fanciful imaginings of the chemically influenced. But then a pig appeared out of nowhere, outside the bazaar, ran into a party of mashers and exploded. Quite distant. People have been disappearing ever since, and more pigs keep appearing. I need my mashers to keep the place safe. We need outside help. Your help. Wonderful. I can't fully trust a person unless they're honest, and money is the most honest of all. Of course, here is some extra upfront pay, with more due when you return. Good luck. You ask too much of me, my friends. What is a leader but a servant of the community? My story is the bizarre story. I am nothing but a receptacle of its wishes. Where do I start? Once I was a humble lieutenant in the monster army. Then the Patriarch came to the bazaar. He executed my predecessor, and everyone else was too stupid to understand that this is the new world order. When he came to me, I did not hesitate. I swore myself to his service, marrow and muscle, and the Patriarch, in his infinite grace, gave me command of the bazaar and all of its lives. I appreciate the delicacy. Your compassion will be remembered. But no, I've no thoughts on the nickname they've given to me, and no cause to think about it. After all, Flab describes me well, does it not? Good! Most would have lied to my face, told me that Flab the Inhaler was a blasphemy against my greatness. But you have courage. I see a long friendship ahead of us. The truth is that I see this fat as proof of my station in life. Here, in these wastelands, how many have the opportunity to eat and flourish as I have? And I would be a bad host if I did not provide you with answers. A decadent oasis steeped in culinary wonders. The bazaar is Colorado's gastronomic holy land. It is a carnival of wonders. It is paradise. But it was even more splendid once, a long time ago. Primal, a wild place. I was there when the monster army first arrived in the bazaar. We tore the farmers limb from limb, fed them to their pigs. A graceless epoch, but so visceral, so alive. But its savagery had no place under the Patriarch's rule. He is a harsh man, but his edge is directed, guided, not like the chaos of old. Be sure to visit Quarex's museum. It is fascinating to see all these relics from the before times, to imagine the riches the ancient Americans enjoyed, beyond even the means of the bazaar.
They weren't the good old days. My family still tells stories about the monster army and the horrible things they did.
Your young friend is right, of course. Those times were most regrettable. And yet, also the most delicious. So, a story? My favorite story? Oh, I suppose I cannot blame you for being curious. Let's see. Yes, I suppose I know the one. A wolf man once challenged me for the rule of the bazaar. He decided that I was weak, too soft for the role. So he challenged me to a duel, and I agreed. But that night he died, shitting blood in his bed. They told me he screamed himself raw. Poor little puppy. He should have been more careful with his food. Oh, that one is easy. It was late and so cold that the air cut our lungs to ribbons. We'd heard rumors of a sanctuary, an unguarded place fat with meat and helpless farmers, no military force to speak of. So we came in the night, an army of monsters. We cut their throats in their sleep. 1 hour, 100 dead. You should have seen the blood. The night ran red. There was enough to fill a lake. It was beautiful. Savagery refined to an unctuous art. You'll have to forgive me. This story is not mine, but Adela's, the beautiful madam of chicks flicks. She'd just arrived in the bazaar. hungry for a place in our kingdom. The space where our theater stands, it belonged to someone else. Eidolon, wise in the nature of the world, offered the owner something he could not refuse. The orgy lasted for days. Men, women, animals, anything with a hole or an appendage that could either be sucked or slotted into a dripping orifice. The stains took weeks to clean. But Eidolon fucked her way to her heart's desire. Ah, a legend, that woman. It will be my delight to answer.
With pleasure.
The bazaar will be waiting.
Get your protective gear here.
Ass with these.
I love those boots. I love those boots. Where'd you get that?
These old things, I got them for a steal at Talbot's Tannery.
I'm doing great here. Thanks again.
Oh, wow! Are you rangers? I haven't seen any of you guys since I left, in a while. Yeah, I haven't seen any rangers in a while. Are you here to fight the monsters under the bazaar? That would be awesome! I'm Quarex, by the way. This is my cool museum of, coolness. Would you like a tour? Really? Okay. This way. Okay, I'll start. Welcome to Quarex's Quabinet of Curiosities, a collection of the rarest of the... Well, it's toys and games mostly, and some mementos, but they're all really cool, I promise. That top hat belonged to Mr. Cynical from Angel Oracle out in L.A., a fellow game aficionado. He lived his life trying to help the little guy, defending them against bullies and end-level bosses. In the end, though, a boss got him, and well, he didn't make it. I keep his hat around to remind me to be honest and decent like he was. This was the best video game ever! Wasteland 4! You can choose what color you want the screen to be, red or green. This is the most sought-after gaming accessory ever made, the legendary Mighty Mitt. I love the Mighty Mitt. It's so bad. This is a genuine megascope, the most advanced optical aiming device of its day, a priceless artifact. Shame somebody stuck it on that silly old ray gun, but I'm not gonna try to take it off. I might break it. This is a Tarjan the Tenebrous machine. It can tell your fortune, but you get a premium fortune if you have some special tokens. Wish I had some. This throne was once the most coveted object in the Wasteland. The rule was whoever sat on it was the king. King of what exactly, I don't know. I also don't know who made that rule. This is a Slicer Dicer, the scariest robot ever. It slices, it dices, it even makes julienne fries. Whatever those are, if this thing was working, we'd all be dead by now. These are the most classic of classic arcade games. Avenue Brawlers, Catboy, and Star Intruder. This is a surfboard. I don't know what surf is, and what boards have to do with it, but this looks well-loved. It has property of MF on it. I hope that doesn't mean what I think it does. And that's it. Let me know if you have any questions. Hi, Rangers. Good to see you again. Sure. You must be thinking about someone else. Quarex is a more common name than you might think, you know. Anyway, not me. Nope. Oh, well, haven't you heard? Scientists say sweating is a sign of truthfulness. Okay, fine. I'm Quarex from Rail Nomads. Happy now? Kinda cool you guys have heard of me. Nobody knows about me. Well, basically, everything went downhill after Ranger Team Echo found that 3DO for me. Some shady guys started coming around asking me to sell it to them, and when I said no, well, they didn't like that at all. I was going to call the Rangers since you'd all been so nice to me, but then Ranger Citadel blew up, so I left. Had to leave all my cool stuff behind, even the 3DO. But there's lots of cool stuff around here, too, and I've been finding it. And that's how I started my museum. Oh, I did. I just always forgot to say it. I'm supposed to say my name's Dave, but yeah. It's great! There's so much cool stuff at all the merchant stalls. I add to my collection all the time. Some spooky stuff has been happening lately, though. Monsters are coming up from the tunnels at night to snatch people. It's like Chud in real life. Bye, Rangers. Thanks for visiting me. Past Telluride today. Found a guy there who sold me some rat jerky. There's a caravan heading for Boulder, and I'm going to try to tag along. Colorado's cold and kind of scary, but there's treasure here, too. That guy with the rat jerky, he had like 6 or 7 3DO cartridges just lying around his shack. When I asked him how much for the set, he looked at me like I was crazy. Practically gave them away. You know what? Leaving Arizona might be the best thing that ever happened to me.
The warrens were excavated from decades of snow. Shame it's lost to us now.
We've been here for hours. Oh, my feet are killing me.
Come on. I told you not to buy cheap boots at Talbot's, didn't I?
Ooh, you look
You hear
hurt.
the stories about the
head
killer?
to Dr.
Hungry?
Coldcuts to get patched up
We could
before you
grab
leave.
some pork buns.
Now, who are these beauties in my theater? Come to Eidolon.
Don't make me pull out my bullet! There's a new sheriff of Sexyville in town, ladies.
Hey there, Eidolon. You look better every time I see you.
Ah, Marshal Kwan. As charming as ever. And you brought your most beautiful friends to Eidolon's Chick Flicks Theater, I see. Aren't you all a sight for sore eyes, honey lips? That's me, theater manager and connoisseur of smut. And all yours for the having, sweetheart. Ah, sugar plums. Of all the gin joints in all the towns in all the world, I'm so happy you walked into mine. You look like strapping, helpful hunks. Wouldn't you love to help out our little Eidolon? Whatever you want, sugar. Anytime, gorgeous. The bazaar? Well, you can get some good eats here, if you like pork. Flap's a bit of a softy, but he knows the value of money. That'll keep the gears greased, not to mention my performers. They're fantastic, gorgeous people, talented, double-jointed, incredibly flexible, incredibly. Trust me, I sampled each of them myself. This is Chicks Flicks, where nothing is sacred and everything's for adaptation. We take the fantasies of pre-war films by adding some missing venereal elements. The little extra sexy sauce leaves our customers extra satisfied. Yes, please. Let's keep talking, gorgeous. Ah, my heroes. So here's the rub. The Chicks Flicks theater shows only the finest, most exclusive performances. But we are running low on material. I'd ask if you were volunteering to be my next star, but we all know I couldn't afford your gorgeous asses. I suppose the next best thing would be getting me some fresh material. In any currency you want, baby. Monetary and otherwise. Trust me. I know where to find some old movie reels. We've got good tech in here. So between some creative editing and a little bit of improvisation, I can produce our next masterpiece. So it's easy as a slice of apple pie. The Monster Army used to live in a pre-war luxury bunker. Apparently their monster outfits were inspired by the movies they watched in there. The bunker has been abandoned for years and years, so it should be simple. And hey, I know any resistance you meet won't be a problem for such beautiful and powerful people. Good luck out there, sweeties. Anytime, gorgeous. Come back again soon. Those asses are too beautiful to stay gone.
I got friends in Broadmoor. We should visit sometime.
We'd have to sign on with a caravan. You think it's safe?
Well, when you're a man as sexy as I am, you always gotta fight off the ladies.
I have
La la la, la 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 la.
You ever...
Hot noodles! Hot noodles!
Fill her up, barkeep. I'll tell you when to quit.
As I live and eat cherry pie, more of my fellow humans in the bazaar. You make yourself welcome now, you hear?
Fellow humans?
Well, gosh, and apple pies. You put me in a spot. Let's see. My name is Long John, and I'm old as dirt. I've traveled a little, but nowhere interesting. Now I'm here in the bazaar, just to see what life has to offer. Make friends. Wasn't something that I got to do when I was younger, what with my job and all. There was no time to make friends, none at all. But I'm making up for it. I know everyone in the bazaar, and they know me. I'll tell you young'uns what I can. Despite the fact I'm old as the mountains, figuratively speaking, that is. Humans rarely live past 70, and I'm just about ready to expire. I don't know everything, you hear? Even though I've walked all the way from Denver to Steel Town and back again. Colorado Springs. That's an all right place. A little uptight, but that's what you get from having all of the 100 families there. I like the scientists and engineers, though. Real clever kids. Nuh-uh. Place like that ain't fit for the lonely traveler. Well, you might be all right. If you do decide to go in that direction, I've heard that it's gotten real dangerous. Steel Town. That place is an industrial nightmare. Raging fires all around. Melts right through the skin. Gives me the shivers, you hear? I'd stay away from the city. It's nothing but a corpse these days, and the Gippers, well, they're not a bad lot per se, but I'd be careful around them. If you have to spend some time, I'd personally visit the airport instead. The young'uns there are wonderful. You kids these days and your limited attention spans. Some of it is real private, and some of it probably should be. But you young whippersnappers tell everyone everything. Like Paradolia Jones? He's probably the best damn caravan master in the bazaar. But his business would be better if he knew how to keep his mouth shut. Between you and me, if I was afraid of ducks, I wouldn't tell a soul. Me? A synth? Aren't you adorable? I'm meat and muscle, just like you, Rangers. Shucks, I even have dreams all the time. Technicolor dreams about flying and standing naked in front of people I don't quite know. Synths don't do that. I'm not a synth. Why, just last night I had the most human dream. I was back in high school. There was a trigonometry test. I sat down confident and brash, only to realize I completely forgot to study. I also enjoy toasted eggs in the morning, a very human thing. Oh, you kids and your humor. If the folk in the bazaar really thought I was a synth, wouldn't they have tried to decommission me? Not that I'm afraid of such things, being the perfectly ordinary human male that I am. All right, fine. I am a synth, but you can't tell anyone. Because most humans can't tell a toaster from a synthetic with feelings. Listen, I love your kind, your urgency, your need to take life by the horns. You burn so bright, but I've been singed before. You're clever ones, and bully to you for figuring out who I am. But let's not talk about it again, okay? The topic puts me on edge. So soon? I suppose even good things gotta end sometime. You be safe now, you hear? And come back to see old Long John when you can. Best of luck to you.
Howdy, ma'am.
Howdy.
Always good to see a Wesson. Thanks to the Patriarch, this stretch of land from Denver in the north to Steeltown in the south is pretty safe to travel. You'll find richer opportunities the further you venture out, but it'll also come with more risks. I could tell you more, but truth be told, the only way to know the land is to travel it. You look well-equipped and competent. Just head out and see what you can learn. Just my services as a caravan master. I organize caravans to get people, goods, and livestock from one place to another, but I don't sell goods myself. These lands near Colorado Springs are pretty safe, but still lots of people need help getting around, especially if you want to range further than that. So long.
What's the perfect food? Noodles, how many do we have? Oodles, who should have some now? Oodles, Masato makes the best noodles.
Hi, folks. This is Masato at the bazaar, and I have discovered the perfect food. Instant noodles. But pre-war packets are hard to come by, so I have reverse engineered their deliciousness and have them for sale at my stall for all to enjoy. Yes, at Masato's Noodle Stand, we have oodles of noodles for yoodles.
What's the perfect food? Noodles, how many do we have? Oodles, who should have some now? Oodles, and now we have to go toodles.
Hey, pals. Finn is the name. If you need a drink, you've come to the right place. If you got questions, well, I suppose that's okay too. Between you and me, I've been partaking in some taste tests during my shift, so everything is a little blurry at the moment. I did hear a loud boom, but I figured it was just a thunderstorm. Not much. I'm pretty new. Just started a week ago. Rumor has it the old bartender mysteriously vanished into thin air. Anyway, this place is something for everyone. Guns, armor, food, meds, entertainment, and most importantly, booze! If you're here to work for Flab, then he might be able to tell you more. One thing's for sure, there's something weird going on here. Flab the Inhaler is the man who is large and in charge of the bazaar. And I ain't kidding you when I say large. From what I've seen, he's always in his office, just up the stairs. I don't know. I suppose everyone's on edge, you know? They're all putting on brave faces like things are normal, but I can tell something is wrong. Just don't know quite what. Only the finest drinks on Earth.
Hola, amigos. ¿Cómo estás?
My friends, you saw that explosion too? Horrible! Such a waste of good pork. And human life, of course. But don't worry, Masato is here to offer aid and succor. Have you seen anything this delicious? Yes, yes! Be my guest! After enjoying this bowl, know that my store is open to you. I have a variety of goods that you may find useful. A man who never eats pork is never a whole man. But I have to tell you, my friends, these noodles are a pale imitation of the real thing. The great pre-war delicacy. The rarest of rare magics. Instant ramen noodles. I hope one day I will perfect my recipe to recreate them. But enough about me. How can I be of service? Ah, you picked up on my subtle hints. Years ago, a friend in Colorado Springs gave me a package of instant ramen noodles that he had found in the Warrens underneath the bazaar. The experience changed my life forever, and I moved here in hopes of finding more. The Warrens aren't safe. I can't venture down there. But you must understand, it is as if my body is made of ramen. If you go down in the Warrens, please keep your eyes open for this rare delicacy. Oh, how interesting. You mean a permanent position? A full kitchen of my own? My friends, that is quite the offer you're making me. You have my interest for sure. But as I explained to you, I'm here for a reason. Bring me the ramen noodles and I'll gladly join you at your HQ. Eidolon is relatively new to this place. She showed up not long after I did. Her business model is interesting. Not sure how she actually makes money, though. Paradolia Jones is probably the best, most reliable caravaneer you'll ever meet. But here's a weird tidbit about him. He saw a picture of a duck in an old pre-war book when he was young, and he's been deadly afraid of them ever since. Isn't that strange? Piscitelli is an interesting lady. Don't be turned away by her looks or her rather odd philosophy. She is a wizard when it comes to weapons of all kinds. Friends, I do love to chit-chat with you, but I also have a business to run. Sorry. Naturally. My store is always open to you, my friends.
Guns sanctified with blood, blood sanctified by guns.
Machine gun or assault rifle. I can't decide.
Heartbeats that I don't recognize. Come closer, strangers. The sanctified Piscitelli crafts weapons of all sorts for those in need, and she can read that you are very much in need. Have you ever loved something so deeply that it gouges loose all the fears you might have possessed? If so, you would know what these scars are. Benediction, sanctification. Certainly.
The Warrens
if I
were
can get a
excavated from
silencer for
decades
my
of snow.
shotgun.
Shame it's lost to us now.
The guy in charge? I hear they call him Flab the Inhaler. Can you believe that?
Not so loud.
You
wanna
know,
get
you
your ass
haven't
kicked?
lived until you climbed aboard Barnes' nightstick. You get it. I know you want me, but what am I? I know you want me, but what am I?
I'm tired of shopping. Let's go to the arcade.
What are you, 12? Arcades are for children.
Be very careful if you're heading down below.
I love those boots. Where'd you get them?
These old things, I got them for
Wonder if any of these have
Ain't
sealed.
you supposed to be down in the Warrens fixing things? That's why I'm here.
I hear there's some...
Wonder if any of these have steel toes.
Yo, what else, yeah? Ah, you again. What is it? Pig, human, ain't so different. Cash first and I'll fix you right up. Aces. This won't hurt a bit. Promise. Ah, the self-medicating sort. Sure, take a look.
I hear there's some kind of giant three-headed dog down there.
Ooh, you know what? Ooh, we should get something hot to drink for the trip home.
We'll come back on our way out.
Hey there. Always good to see some friendly faces down here. Don't go near the cages, though. The little piggies are friendly, but they'll bite if they get spooked. Oh, don't mind the smell. Nothing some fragrant flower beds wouldn't fix. Only thing is, we ain't got any of those down here in the Warrens. Not holy shit. Pig shit. Stinks like the bowels of hell. Nothing much I can do about it, though. Need something to mask this fucking stink. Hell no. I'd consider searching the deeper Warrens, but it's not safe there. Ah, yes. Dug out by the monster army ages ago. The whole tunnel network used to belong to us. And from what I hear, we had some fun in there. Nowadays, it's not safe. Something is roaming the deeper tunnels, so best to stay clear. Yup. Pigs have been a part of the monster army and the bazaar as long as it's been around. Not a common good out here, you see. Highly valued. So we keep them well-fed, happy, and guarded. This? The traditional garb of the monster army tenders. Our job is to tend to our piggies, as well as do any maintenance needed to keep this place up. I will miss your scent.
Hey, welcome to the house of DJ RIP! I take it you're here for the giveaway contest! Ha! Good one! Everyone knows the DJ RIP show giveaway contest! Rules are the same as always. Just answer one simple question. Get the answer right, you get something awesome. Get it wrong, you still get something awesome. Just slightly less awesome. Ha! Awesome! So, you here for the contest or not? All right. We're live in 3, 2. All right, everybody. It's time for another round of DJ RIP's Believe It or Not. We have some new faces for you today. Hey, introduce yourselves to our audience. The Rangers of Colorado! Get ready for the question, but first, a quick shout out to today's sponsor, the fabulous Chick Flicks Theater. Come see their shows, come again, then leave satisfied. Now, your question. In the year 1984, a giant marshmallow man attacked the city of New York. Believe it or not? Correct! The giant marshmallow man was fictional, folks. No matter how many times he pops from the movies into my nightmares. Anyway, here is your reward, fine folks. And for our listeners, this one is for all you sinners out there. DJ RIP in the house! Basement. I'm the Bazaar's resident jockeyer of discs and spinner of plates, here to entertain the masses. Used to have my booth up above, but they told me my sounds were bothering the fine folks doing their shopping. No skin off my teeth there. As long as I have my music, I'm fine wherever. Some creepy shit going on around here, though. Those weird sounds coming from the Warrens ain't helping me focus on my work. Hopefully Flab can figure it out. Man, it used to be a fine place to play some music and relax, but there's been too much weird shit lately, you know? Keep hearing laughter coming from deeper down the Warrens, people disappearing. I don't know, man. Bad stuff. All right.
Whoa! Shit, sorry. You startled me. I'm a little on edge. Was kept up all night by laughter. Just creepy, high-pitched laughter coming from deep in the Warrens. Do you know what that's like? Do you? I don't know. I was just trying to do my job. Something started squealing outside the door, and I opened it to see what it was. Then this pig ran past me and went straight up the stairs, oinking like a wolf man had his arm up his ass. I don't know. Man, I don't know. It's not like the job training covers exploding pigs. You feel me, man? I don't know, man. This security door is staying locked now. First people start disappearing, and now this shit? Used to be safe down here. Oh, shit. Yeah, he mentioned he was sending down a team. I thought there'd be more of you, though. Anyway, you're clear to go through. Good luck.